Okay, here's another huge influence on you, and you mentioned it in the book, the Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes,
that was a huge influence on you because he broke the fourth wall.
That was mind blowing. I mean, it was one of the smartest moves of a movie script ever, I think. I mean, sure, not the first movie, but definitely of those coming of age films, which I was all about. I just liked all the things that he accomplished in a day. I mean, it was insane. And like, is he going to make it? All that rascally principal, and his sister who's kind of badass, like there was so many adventurous things, and it only took place in a day. And then at the end, like him, or just once in a while throughout the movie too, but like looking at the camera, I was like, that is so cool. I love that. Like we're in on it. Like he's experiencing that reality for us.
And also it's very hard to do because it can be done badly.
Yes.
And of course, John Hughes and Matthew Broderick, they did it perfectly.
Perfectly. Yeah, it was just like it was practical.
It's kind of a perfect movie.
It's totally a perfect movie. I've watched it. Some of those movies are like, ugh. But just moments of it are kind of Breakfast Club.
This is totally aside and random, but I was down in Venice here in California with David Hopping like a week and a half ago, and we wander into a store. And I'm chatting with the guy who runs the store, and he says to a woman there who's also working there, this very attractive woman who's probably in her early 20s or mid 20s, and he says to her, I can't remember her name, but he says like, Celia, tell Conan your story. Tell her your story. And she comes over kind of sheepishly because she's being forced to. And she says, my parents are the parents on Ferris Bueller.
What?
And I said, what? What do you mean? And she said, the two actors that play the mother and the father on Ferris Bueller, they met on that movie.
What?
And they're my parents.
Oh, my God.
And then the guy at the store is like, isn't that crazy?
Oh.
And at this point, I feel like I have to buy something. They met on that movie, and then she is their child, and she is drop dead gorgeous, by the way.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And very nice and very cool. But I just thought, wait a minute, are you insane that you think, because when you think of people who are playing a couple in a movie, you never think.
No.
And she said, no, they met on that movie and then had me.
She's the real life Bueller.
God.
She is the real life Bueller.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That was a cool story.
She's real Bueller. That's crazy. Does she ever just randomly stop in the middle of the street and just turn to a camera that's not there?
Well, I was...
Get a load of me.
Yeah, she did. While I was talking to her.
No way.
Yeah, she turned to a camera that wasn't there and said, I meet a lot of celebrities at this store here, in near Venice Beach. Conan, kind of bottom of the pile. But you know what? You got to pretend to be excited. And then she turned back to me.
Oh, you were still there?
I was still there.
Oh, man.
And I said, that's rude. And then she turned back to a different camera and said, who knew he could hear me?
Multicam.
Yeah,
the
multicam.
fifth wall.
Yeah.
She broke the fifth wall.
She broke so many walls, the roof
Not
collapsed.
easy to do.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's living in a hypercube.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know her name, but shout out to her. And
No kidding.
And very lovely, cool person.
So
I'll
glad
just put
to
that
know
out there.
That's fucking mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Bueller. Bueller is great, but also I love Weird Science. Weird Science was huge. Like Weird Science.
Weird Science is so insane
So insane.
because I'm sorry, but the premise is crazy. It's because I remembered seeing that. This is how old I am. I saw that in the theater. As an adult who could choose to purchase or not purchase a ticket.
Yes.
And I went with Craig Daniels because we were both writers and we had no girlfriends, big surprise. We're living out here in LA and this movie comes out, Weird Science. And we think, well, let's go to Westwood and watch it.
To learn how to make a girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. We both need to make a girlfriend, clearly, because no one we meet wants to talk to us. So we go to this theater and these two guys just basically, I think, cut out a bunch of pictures from magazines.
Yes.
And feed them into a what?
A supercomputer.
Yeah.
A supercomputer.
And a
But a
bra,
home
right?
computer.
Then they
A brassiere.
Yeah,
then a brassiere.
Yeah.
Then I
A
think
Barbie doll.
Yeah.
the out for and there's a Barbie doll. And then I think because they run a cable to the roof and lightning hits it, that makes Kelly LeBrock.
That's true.
That's
Yeah,
Now,
but they designed her on the computer.
Yeah.
I know, but I was like, the leaps people were making with, if you take a personal computer and there's a lightning storm and you have a bra and some dolls around, you
Mostly
can make Kelly LeBrock.
Yeah, computers were still like fancy enough that you couldn't pin it down for, could it do that?
Yeah,
What?
I know. People just didn't question it.
Yeah.
They're like,
No.
That'll happen.
I guess that can happen with a computer and a lightning storm if they both happen at the same time.
It's very hard. So, those kids got lucky in that movie.
I remembered that happening and being like a 22-year-old in the theater and just saying, okay, I guess I really don't understand computers.
I'm glad that.
But myself and my writing partner, we went out that night. We bought an apple. We bought 7 Barbies.
And you're still waiting.
And Greg was electrocuted.
No LeBrock. Here he is, electrocuted, LeBrockless.
The firefighters showed up, and all they said when they saw us, we were both smoldering, was, trying to make a LeBrock, huh?
A lot of that lately.
We got 2 more nerds on Barrington trying to make a LeBrock.
You two stop LeBrocking around. Get out of here.
Yeah. Enough LeBrocking, you idiots. All the power surges going in these different nerd areas of town.
then some shadow creature emerges in the background. That show was. Also it had Mad Max vibes in it. It had it had it was so crazy.
The guy from Mad Max.
Yeah, the guy from Mad Max was in it. It was insane. But the crazy thing was that my first girlfriend was English, and she was a model for like teen nightwear or something like that. And so she came from London because her mother married an Air Force guy. And so my first girlfriend was like this English brunette model. I was like, how's this even possible? Like, I was just watching Weird Science, and now my first girlfriend is this. It was very, very weird.
Right.
And I was very insecure about it because I was like, there's no way the whole time. There's no way. There's no, it's like, which is not the right attitude.
And when you're saying that out loud and you're with her.
There's no way. No way. Can't touch your shoulder? Oh, there's no way.
There's no way.
No way.
While you're having sex. There's just no way. There's just no way.
What? No way.
There's no way. You're totally leaving me. Can we at least finish this first?
Do you take this woman
no way
to be your lawfully wedded?
Yeah, there's no way. Baby born. There's no way.
How? My new book, How? My life with the real Kelly LeBrock.